Hey, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today, another exciting day on the FJ40 Land Cruiser 1-ton LS swapped project. Now today I want to go through and strengthen up this frame just because we got a big V8 in it. We got 1-ton axles, like I said. We need some extra frame strength. So the basic plan for today is we're gonna plate the front half of the frame, basically from the front body mount forward. And then most of this frame is actually boxed, but going over the rear tires, or kind of like the rear quarter of this frame, isn't fully boxed, it's just C-channel. So we're gonna box in that rear section, and I think that is going to add a lot of strength to this frame. Now this frame, honestly, is probably strong enough. This thing is definitely thicker than 1/8 inch. It's probably almost 3/16, and it's all riveted together. So it's basically two C-channels that are riveted together on the top and the bottom. So on the top and bottom is double layered, which is well over 1/4 inch thick on the top and the bottom of the frame. So honestly, this frame is pretty stout, but I still want to go through. I still want to throw some frame plates on. That is going to help keep our shock mounts in place, our steering box. Everything around to this frame is going to be a lot stronger after we plate it. So that is the game plan. This should go pretty easy. You can see here the front, looking at that. So we're going to plate from there all the way up to the front. So it should be pretty easy. I'm just gonna grab some cardboard or some paper or something, make ourselves a template, and then we can upload that image to Fusion 360. We can go overlay that image, scale it up, overlay, and draw right on top of that. And that's what I usually do on this kind of stuff. It works really good, and it's honestly pretty accurate. So that is the game plan. Let's get right to it. Well, I thought the rear of this frame would be a little easier to plate than the front. Well, I was wrong. So I put the axle at full bump. Basically, the axle stuffed all the way up with the tires hitting the body. And I checked clearances for link mounts on top of the axle. And this factory cross member in the frame has got to go. So in order to take that one out, I need to add at least one more. I'm going to add two. I'm going to put one in front and one behind this factory cross member. That's going to give me plenty of clearance for links and everything. But that's gonna make this a little bit more tricky. So what I wanna do is run these cross members through the frame and weld it both on the inside and the outside of the frame. That is the strongest way to do these cross members. So when I cut these plates out, I'm gonna incorporate the holes for that, and then we'll have to grab our mag drill and drill the holes in the outer frame rail, and then we'll be able to bend up some tube and get some more cross members in this thing just to strengthen up the whole rear end of this frame. So boxing in the rear, I am gonna cut this out of 3/16. That's gonna be a lot stronger. Obviously the front is already boxed in, so the 1/8 inch on the front is plenty. But with the rear being unboxed, I wanna go 3/16 just for the extra strength. Well guys, we are done after miles, it seemed, of welding. There was quite a bit of welding, honestly. It took all day today. And I got one question for you guys. What is your favorite weld-through primer? I've used probably like 3 different brands now, and they just don't weld worth a shit. So I painted the frame, I painted the back side of the plate, and then I tacked it all in place. And then I went through, like you saw, with a wire wheel, and I got 90% of that primer off. But it still welds like absolute trash. There's just a lot of porosity in it. Like the spatter is insane. It's everywhere, and it just doesn't weld that good. If you guys have a suggestion on that, drop a comment, let me know. Like I said, I want to find a good weld-through primer that you can actually weld through, and it welds halfway decent. I actually do have a can of that Steel It, which is supposed to be weld through. I should have tried it on this, but either way, next time I'll probably try that. And then I bought, I think, a U-Pull brand. So we're gonna try that as well. I'm hoping I can find one that actually welds halfway decent. But anyway, guys, we got this frame beefed up. I think we should be good. This thing should be plenty strong. Like I said in the beginning, this thing is actually very stout because it's got like 3/16 double wall on the top and the bottom of the frame, and most of the frame is fully boxed in. So it should be pretty stout, but with the plating on the front, the boxing in the back, and then those 2 cross members I added in the back, this thing shouldn't go anywhere. This thing should be plenty beefy. Well, anyway, guys, I really hope you enjoyed the video. Why don't you go smash that thumbs up button, comment, subscribe. We'll catch you in the next one.